So Josh Walton sent us a dick pic. That was pretty cool of him.
He did, and I'd like to believe that he sent us the biggest dick because he is, in fact, the biggest dick.
Anyway,
I love this.
we're going to get a lot done.
We are. Thanks,
We
Bob.
are. I love that. Welcome.
Hey, this is week 29.
I know.
It's actually week 30, but we took a week off, so we're gonna call it week 29.
Week 29? Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's solid, man. What is going on, bro?
Oh man, crazy week, dude. A lot of shit happened this week. It was nuts.
This was a crazy week. This was an insane week. This was one of those weeks there was just too much going on.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna sit here and play cards all night, guys. We're not
talking about shit. Hey, look, Josh Walton's out of Facebook jail. Look at that.
Hey, well, you're sending dick pics immediately, so
didn't learn his lesson.
not a good look.
Anything good happened for you this week, man?
Full of shit and violence. You've been eating a lot of Taco Bell?
Yeah. Oh man.
That's what happens to me.
The El Diablo sauce.
Shit and violence. That's what happens when I eat too much Chipotle.
You got anything good this week, man? Anything good happen for you?
No. I
No.
mean, no, not good, not bad. Again, just working. Every week we talk about things opening back up out here in Colorado, and I think it is official that people just don't give a fuck anymore. They're just
they don't at all.
Yeah, they're just done. They're just done caring. Like we had 220 tops walk in side by side. Like
no shit.
Yeah, I think our cap is at 8. I think we have parties of 8, and they just had a 19 and a 20. So it's like,
yeah. Well, you kind of get the feeling too. The government knows that the people don't care anymore. I mean, Gretchen Whitmer came out and asked people. She's like, "Please, can we close the schools, guys?" Last time she shut shit down. This time she's like, "Oh, maybe you guys should close them voluntarily. I don't want to tell you what to do."
Yeah. Well, you guys are in worse shape than we are. We're talking about no more mask mandate after like May something or other, May 4th or something.
Really?
Yeah, optional. Mask optional. And then it's like, it's weird too. Like it depends on how many people are at the certain event, and then X amount of events. Like if it's like 1,500 plus people, then it has to be a different restriction and blah, 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 blah. But basically, if you're just wandering your ass through Walmart, it's up to Walmart to enforce the mask policy. You don't have to.
No shit. I think honestly, this UFC that just happened might, I don't know, change minds, because you had about 15,000 people together.
50?
15.
Oh, it's
15,000. No, it's 15. 1 5.
Oh, I thought it was 50. I was like, holy shit. No, I thought I heard 50,000.
No. Yeah. So 15,000 people together, no mask, nothing. You know what I mean? So it's interesting to see what's going to happen. If it's going to be a big outbreak and, they can track it back, it's going to shut us down for longer. If no one gets sick and nothing bad happens, shoot, we might open up faster.
Let me stop you right there.
Don't clap at me. Don't fucking clap at me. I hate that shit.
Bro, was that ticket, the whole fight, was that not the craziest lineup you've ever seen? That was some of the best fights I've ever seen in my life. I'm not even gonna lie. I've seen some awesome UFC fights, but all of those, and shout out to my girl Thug Rose. Like that.
Oh
girl,
man.
Woo! Love her.
It was actually Katie's time, I think, first watching one of her fights. And she was all grinning at the end of it. She liked her too. She became a fan.
Thug Rose. I love Nama Nunez, man. She is that. I mean, when she was crying at the end too, I was like getting teary and shit. I'm at work crying.
Joe Rogan was crying and shit.
It's just amazing. Like I was getting emotional, dude. I was getting emotional. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Did you catch the first 2 fights though?
I watched the whole thing. I watched the prelims,
prelims,
and then the actual fight. Like that was crazy. That was absolutely crazy. And then the title fight. I mean, we can go back to the leg snapping thing too. Oh no, he was in the audience. Oh, not that. He was in the audience actually. Jake Paul. They were like, oh, he's in the audience. Standing. He was with Antonio Brown.
But
the fights.
There's videos that Cormier went and got in his face.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I heard
calling Cormier a fat boy and shit.
Yeah, well, good fucking luck. Cormier is a fat boy, but he beat the fuck out of him, dude. Even as a fat boy. But can we can talk about, you can talk about my man Weidman's leg in a second, but Was that not that knockout? Was
Oh my
that
God.
not the most picturesque? Like if
It
you were
looked
to
like it looked like a
design-
movie. It looked like
looked
a movie. Like the end of a fight movie. Like this is how he won the title to win end the
Yes,
movie.
exactly.
The sweat flies off him, and
Dude,
oh.
he his head jerked, and it was just like an explosion of sweat. Like it couldn't.
Listen,
have
guys,
been
if you guys
more
didn't watch this fight, you need to watch the replay. You need to figure out a way to watch it. It was
Wild.
incredible. It was a
Wild.
wild night.
Every fight was fantastic. All of the fights were, even like the pre fights were like, it's just fantastic. Everything was fantastic. The whole shit. Like I can't get enough of it. Like I'm a fight guy. I do like watching UFC and stuff, but usually I can kind of take it or leave it. I'm not as big into it as you are. Like, you know, you buy all the fights, but I'm telling you that last night was just something special. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, it was really, really, really good, man. I was really happy to watch it.
Let's
But yeah,
talk
poor
about
Weidman breaking his leg, though, man. I don't want to talk about that shit. I had to leave. For real. Like as soon as I saw the kick, I saw him fall, and then I got up and left. I walked out of the room. I was having fucking. I was sweating.
I was sweating.
For real. I cannot fucking watch people break things anymore, man. It messes me up. I was hyperventilating, and right, the guy before blew his knee out and like walked all walking.
That was
that was bad too.
He hit him square in the like the nerve endings of the knee, and he was done. He was mad. He was mad that they called the fight, but dude, he couldn't walk. I mean, that's funny. That's so funny. But dude, I was at work. Obviously, it's Saturday. I can't like watch TV, but we have the fights going. We have a TV in the kitchen, so we can hear them and shit like that. And we heard everyone go, "Oh!" And we look up, and Weidman's laying on the ground. I saw him do this, like like please don't hit me, that kind of thing. And he didn't, to his opponent. And his opponent was, man, how gracious, right? Like his thoughts and prayers out to his family. And you got to really appreciate fighters that aren't so cocky all the time. Bitch, my leg broke his leg. Fuck him, that could be a career ender.
I punched till the fight's over.
Yeah, we had no clue that anything happened until we saw it. Then we heard Joe Rogan talk about, hey, so just so you guys know, we're gonna show the replay, but it's pretty graphic. And we're like, oh shit, I gotta see what happened. Then you saw his leg, like
Josh, you're pretty fucking close. You're pretty fucking close. Like, because I was already fucked up from Jimmy Crute. Because I blew my knee out and broke my leg, so I've done both.
Yeah.
So I was already all fucked up, and then I came back in, sat down, I watched him throw that kick. I watched his leg bend over. I'm like, oh fuck! He got up and ran out of the room,
puking into his hat. Yeah, that was wild. And then watching that over and over. And what's so crazy about that is the Anderson Silva did the same thing to him on his leg.
Know. I know. I sent my brother a picture. I didn't post it on Facebook. I was going to. It's a snapshot of Anderson Silva's leg breaking and a snapshot of Weidman's leg breaking, like above him to compare. It's so funny. I'm like, oh my God, that's terrible.
Same leg, same kick, same everything. I mean, the exact same shit. Like
it was, dude.
Weidman was again, to his credit, he was very professional when Silva broke his leg. It was like, you can feel it. Like when someone breaks their leg on you, like you felt that shit.
I was listening to Jim Norton talk about it when Silva broke his leg, and he was in the crowd, and he said Silva, when they rolled him past, he was just screaming in agony on the way past.
You saw Weidman you were in the kitchen, but they were wheeling him out on the stretcher.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, yeah, he had his fist in the air, but you could see it in his face. He was screaming at the top of his lungs, like
that fucking hurts. I didn't even break that one. I broke the smaller bone in my leg, and then I dislocated my ankle.
This dude
on top of it. Drink milk. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm sure that does it.
But yeah, dude, that's so fucking painful. I feel so bad for those guys. All right, what are you drinking, man? Speaking of drinking milk, you got your milk tonight? What do you got?
Drinking milk.
What is that?
You should be drinking milk.
Oh, yeah. I like that with lemonade. Really, really good.
That's what I got in here. What are you drinking?
I got Yummy Pink shit.
Yummy Pink?
Yummy Pink shit. It's just what is it? Captain Morgan white rum, pineapple juice, lime juice, and grenadine.
Okay.
Yeah, really good.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
It's the leave-ins from last night.
Oh, the leave-ins.
Yeah.
Oh my.
That's what we have left over.
Oh man, so what did you do this weekend or this week besides the fights? I know we kind of went off on a little tangent there, but I couldn't help it. It was fantastic.
Not much, man. Like I said, we're just trying to keep up with the news this week, trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Like we're like everyone was braced for riots. You know, everyone's like, oh my god, there's going to be fucking riots. You know, a lot of people were convinced there's going to be riots regardless of what happened, and then all of a sudden he got convicted on all charges, and thank God everyone's like, okay, we're cool. Except Portland.
I mean, not for nothing, but I can't. How could he not have been charged?
Or you mean convicted?
Convicted, sorry. Yeah, how could he not have been convicted? I mean, in what world could you see that happening and then be like, oh no, that guy was totally innocent?
Well, I mean, what's the technicality of like what exactly the charge was. You know, it could be argued that he didn't do that exactly, but
manslaughter.
He got convicted of being an asshole, being the biggest fucking asshole. That's what the title of the show is about him, the biggest fucking asshole that's ever was. That's what he got convicted of. That's what it was. I'm glad. Like I do. Number one, the guy should. There's no one that can sit here and say the guy shouldn't be in jail. No one. And he should spend the rest of his fucking life in prison. I mean, that's hard to argue that he should only have 4 or 5 or 6 years for manslaughter charge of 7.5.
Nah, he'll be dead. He'll be dead in prison.
Yeah, exactly. Convicted of murder while what's happened. Got you. But the biggest asshole in history. No one can argue that. That's something that everyone can agree with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And, I mean, the I think the bottom line is like, okay, this is exactly what this is. I knew this was coming. I was waiting for it. So he was innocent. They only convicted him because they didn't want more riots. He was totally fine. In fact, he didn't do anything. George Floyd just got tired of living and died. Yeah, he was just fine.
The argument a lot of people are making is because he got 2nd degree, 3rd degree murder, and then a manslaughter charge. So the elements of 2nd degree and 3rd degree murder, you can argue either way, but there's no way it wasn't manslaughter. So he should go into prison anyway, and he should go for longer than they're giving him. He should never get out.
Yeah, I mean, this is a lot of the conspiracy theorists, a lot of the people who are like, he was just doing his job, that kind of thing. Those are people that really kind of dig under my skin. Josh, I'm not saying you said that. I just saying that's what people are saying, and it bothers me. Like, it's like, oh well, they only convicted him because they used him as a scapegoat so that we could calm things down. It's like that. No, dude, that dude is guilty.
No, he did what he did.
Fucking send him to prison for 6 months until somebody stabs him to death. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, and there's a whole other side of it that's coming out now. Like it might have been out before. I didn't know about it. I don't think you knew about it. This thing in 2017 where this fucking guy had his knee on the back of a 17-year-old kid or a 14-year-old kid for 17 minutes. And it's on video. Now they're talking about charging him with that one too. He fucking hit him with a flashlight, choked him out, and then knelt on his back for 17 minutes. And that was a few years ago. It's like everyone's focused, laser fucking focused on George Floyd's past. George Floyd's past. He was a crackhead or this or that, and everything he's done, but no one went through his past. This fucking guy has done this shit before.
I don't really care what you do. Like, I mean, within reason. If he was like I don't know, child rapist, that might be a little different. But like, if this guy has 2,000 parking violations and he's been addicted to meth since, '03 and, whatever, he's an arsonist, he still doesn't, you are not judge, jury, and executioner. Yeah. We have a system of laws. You can't just kill people for even if he was a pedophile, you can't just kill him. Sorry, you might want to. But your job as a police officer is to bring him in, due process, and let the state kill him or whatever. I mean,
if you go with he died of a drug overdose or whatever, well, he still died of a drug overdose with you on his back. So it makes you the biggest asshole that's ever been. And you need to fuck in prison for it, regardless of what George Floyd did. I can't say his fucking name tonight. I'm going to stop saying George. I'm really
hard. Say Mr. Floyd. Mr. Floyd.
Mr. Floyd.
Mr. Floyd. But yeah, I mean, I hate to say this, and this is where oh shit, what the hell's her name? Help me out, guys in the audience. The crazy Democrat.
She's a woman. A woman.
Yeah. What the
She is a woman.
crap.
She's kind of short.
Man, I'm looking right at her. What the hell's her name? Who's the crazy Democrat now in Congress right now? The
AOC.
no, the old one. Nancy
Oh,
Pelosi.
Pelosi,
Yeah.
Maxine Waters, AOCC.
Yeah, like like everybody's throwing them out now. All of them.
I know.
Everybody.
I just ask that every week. We get so many comments. Casey Anthony, holy
Oh
shit!
my God. Nancy Pelosi. Thank you, Allie. Nancy Pelosi. Yes. So anyway, Nancy Pelosi came into the hot water recently about saying that thank George Floyd for giving his life for the cause.
I saw that.
Yeah. So granted, really poor choice of words.
I would say it's very unclassy and pretty much shitty. I would say shitty.
Insanely poor choice of words, right? Okay, but let me put in a but. I get where she was going. Maybe, as terrible as this sounds, Mr. Floyd lost his life, hopefully to bring some light into how terrible this police system is becoming in certain areas, not everywhere. Yeah. I'm not broad stroking. I'm just saying, like, it was uncomfortable to hear her say that. Although, maybe, just maybe, this might bring some light to this horrible subject. You know what I mean? Like, this, it's been going on since you remember the Rodney King beating. This is not something new. This is It's not like, oh, all of a sudden cops started beating black people. It's like, that's not new.
I came across a documentary the other day called 16 Shots. It was about a shooting in Chicago. I think it was 2014. It was the same shit. They tried to cover it up, and then once the dash cam video came out, it was over. And they went to, but it's like, dude, the shit needs to change. And I know it's not all cops. I'm not saying all cops are bad. I never would say that. I have family that's police.
Yeah.
But there's something fucking wrong. And going back and forth and defending anything this guy did, it doesn't work. It's not going to help anything.
Absolutely. And that's when you're digging for dirt on the murderee, on the victim.
The murderee.
Yeah. That you gotta start to wonder about your priorities. And you're like, well, he deserved to die because he was on drugs. It's like, wow, you're a piece of shit.
Really?
No one deserves to.
It's hard too.
On drugs.
Well, that's the first thing you see. It's fucking predictable, man. Because that kid that got shot a couple weeks ago. Whether or not justified, it's going to be decided. But the first thing people did is start posting his fucking Facebook pictures, like, oh, look, he's a gangster. He shouldn't be dead because he's a gangster. Nope. Whether or not the cop was in fear for his life is a different story. He might have been. Well, but he shouldn't be dead because he had gangster-looking pictures on Facebook. That's not why. Yeah. That's not what they do.
Yeah, I mean, I can have a Facebook picture with me in a cowboy hat. Doesn't make me a cowboy.
Not at all.
Just saying. Like,
broke back as hell.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah, you're right. I mean, Josh, I don't know if it is about cancel culture. I just.
That's a what?
He said it's about cancel culture and more this generation. I mean, I get what he's saying.
See, look, he had 20 previous complaints. Like, why? Right. That means there's a fucking problem.
Well, it's a problem inherent in the system. It's not like it's and again, this is the same precinct, right? The woman who shot that person who she thought she had her taser out.
Yeah.
That's the same precinct, right?
No, I don't think it was the same precinct.
I thought that was the same. I could be wrong, but it seems.
Oh, anyway, it doesn't. Yeah,
maybe same city. I don't know. Either way, but like.
Oh yeah, it was close. It was like 20 miles away. It was
right.
Close.
It was. Yeah. I mean, you. What are we talking about here? You're a 20-year-ish, give or take, veteran in the police force, and you don't know the difference between your pistol and a taser.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just ignore all of the facts. Let's just ignore all of them. If you held one each, it's like you can't tell the difference. Why are you on the street?
Exactly. And, people can say heat of the moment, whatever, but that's why they're supposed to be better. They're supposed to be better.
Trained for that.
Yeah.
Correct.
but there's an underlying issue, and honestly, if you take the biggest emotional factor out of it, you take the race out of it completely. So we're not talking race and anything like that. There's still a fucking problem with the police, And there was that case a few years ago, or whenever, I don't know when it was, but that guy was crawling towards the cop and he lit him up. Katie was just talking about. I should have tell you the guy's name, and she's listening still. I forget his name, but the guy was crawling on the ground. I think he was a white guy too, and they just shot the shit out of him.
Shot the shit out of him. And then you got stories where, like, I watched a video a couple years back of a guy with a hatchet, and he's swinging it at cops and shit, and all they did was try to taser him a couple of times, and he threw the hatchet at the cops and took off running. And it's like, bro, this kid's getting fucking shot to death because, like, he's walking while black, and you got this other white dude walking around with a fucking hatchet, swinging it at cops. I mean, good Christ, man. Sorry, I get irritated. I'm arguing the same point as you, and I'm just
Daniel Shaver. That's right.
Yeah, I remember that story.
So I mean, you can't take the race out of it. I hear argument like, well, okay, more white people are shot by police than black people. Okay, well, it still.
Yeah, you still that's bad, right? You see that's bad.
It's still bad. The police are still shooting at people they shouldn't be
shooting anyone. You get that's still bad.
Yeah, I mean, you can say what you want about the media does this, or they say this, or these people are this, but it's still happening. It's not a race thing. It could be, but I'm not arguing that point. I'm saying it's still fucking happening, and it shouldn't be happening. Like, something needs to fucking change, and it doesn't have to be a black-white thing. We could take that argument out of it, and maybe people will change it. I don't know.
I don't think so. I mean, it is a black-white thing, and while you can say what you want, it's just statistically, if you're a person of color, you're going to get gunned down faster than a white person. I mean, it's like they play rock, paper, scissors with who to shoot. No, it's just they play white person and then people of color. White people always win.
Well, I mean, like, go back. Okay, Daniel Shaver. Like, what I'm saying, he was a white guy, so white people get shot too. But my point is, we should just stop shooting people like that.
So hey, hear me out. Maybe we stop shooting people.
Maybe we just not shooting. Some people doesn't need to be shot. Some people fucking need to be shot, but it doesn't have to be shitty all the time. And there's got to be a way to change it.
All right. I know it's going to sound radical, but what I want you to do is not shoot someone.
Exactly.
If you can get it through the day, that would
without shooting somebody.
Yeah, it's like, wow. Rottenhouse. I think it's Rittenhouse, unless you're making a joke, which I guess, but it's not.
Nah, it kind of bombed. That was a bomb of a joke.
Reaching.
Very much so.
But yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. You're Rittenhouse. I mean, there you go. You can say he was fighting for his life and blah, 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 but why are you there, bro? Like, why are you even there? I mean, I don't walk into gang territory and start flashing my gun around and them being like, oh, they were shooting at me. Why are you fucking there?
Oh yeah, I mean, dude, the Rittenhouse thing, it's so bad. It's hard too because he shot people that were going after him, but he shouldn't have fucking been there with a gun. I mean, you shouldn't have been there at all.
No gun, squirt gun, fucking handful of Teletubby toys. I don't care what it was. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Like, you shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, you shouldn't have been there.
So,
I mean, especially, okay, the argument that he was there to guard a mechanic shop or whatever the fuck it was.
It doesn't, I don't care.
Why?
He's
16 years old. Why is he guarding anything?
He was guarding the U.S.'s supply of gold bullion. Why are you there? I don't care what you're guarding. Whatever, dude. So what do you think? Let's go back to Mr. Floyd. Do you think that this is going to shed some light on anything? Do you think that this might maybe be the catalyst to change? I mean, what do you think?
I don't know. It's hard because I don't have any faith in our government to change it. I think it's going to change, public perception and public outcry. I think more people got their minds changed, about, the police sometimes and race issues, guard these. I think a lot of people's minds did change. So it might change, the public opinion, but the government, as far as laws being passed or anything happening, I doubt it. I just think people are gonna get more and more outraged.
What do you guys think? Do you think there's a light at the end of the tunnel here? Do you think Mr. Floyd died for a reason? I mean, obviously not for a reason, but for a purpose. Do you think there could be a purpose behind this? Let us know. I don't know either. I don't have faith in our government or local or or anything. I don't know. I don't know. Just because I think that it has, again, just like everything, it has become so political that there's no way around it. Like
there's motherfuckers fundraising off of it, running their campaigns off of it, getting elected because they're down with Black Lives Matter. I mean, it's just like
Dickhead Dan, who shot Trayvon Martin. He sold his pistol as the gun who killed Trayvon Martin. Like that, he's
no shit.
Off. Yeah, he auctioned.
Wow.
You can see the whole. This isn't like secret news. He sold the pistol that killed Trayvon. Then he's making like burnt wooden flags, with like the thin blue line, and then under it he's like, I'll shoot to keep people safe or something. It's like this guy is
shit.
He's leaning into this shit.
So that's the second biggest asshole that's ever been.
I mean, we
need to get a running list, guys. We need some suggestions. We need 3 or 4 real quick.
Prolapsed flapping rectum. Like these people disgust me.
That guy is really bad, man.
Yeah, I wish I could. I'll look for it next week, or I'll throw it up on the page. But it's disgusting, dude. It's disgusting, and I don't see this guy doing any different. It seems like they're cut from the same cloth,
Yeah.
But whatever. Yeah. Speaking of being elected and stuff like that, what do you think about Caitlyn Jenner running for governor of California?
Awesome. I think it's fucking awesome.
He says awesome.
I think it is. Whoa, hold on.
Whoa.
Josh is having a good night. He's definitely back on Facebook.
For tonight. He'll be gone tomorrow.
But yeah, man, Caitlyn Jenner is running as a Republican for the governor of California.
Which I guess I don't know why I'm surprised that she's running it as a governor. I don't know, or as a Republican. I don't necessarily see that as a good or bad thing. I just think it's surprising she's running at all. Like she could be running as a Green Party. Like
I think she could win. I really do. I think she could fucking win.
No, Arnold won. So I mean,
Arnold won exactly.
It's just a fucking circus out there. Like who knows what's going on?
But listen, when her star power, it'll be like a Trump effect. Honestly, her star power is insane.
I don't know,
dude. She got the bravest athlete of the year award when she came out or transitioned.
She won Woman of the Year, which I thought was
from ESPN or something, whatever it was, something like that. Like she had been an athlete for 30 years, but
I think that this is an attention grab for her. If you ask me, I think she's fallen out of she's not popular anymore. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, we're talking about Caitlyn Jenner and how stunning and brave she is. We're just like, yeah, cool. You're a woman now. Like, I don't care. Whatever. Do your thing. I don't care what you are. Like, it's 2021. I legit don't care what you do. Like,
dude, her resemblance to Gretchen Whitmer is uncanny. It's absolutely, they look exactly alike. Whitmer's just like 17 feet taller. That's the only difference.
No, I don't see the resemblance. I truly don't.
Oh, you're crazy.
No,
you're crazy. Fucking blind.
I don't. Caitlyn Jenner was an Olympic men's marathon runner.
You might have to get Whitmer when her face is dry because it's usually very moist. You might have to see her with a dry face. You might. She's always really sweaty. She's always really fucking sweaty.
Is it just super humid up there in Michigan?
Yeah, well, it gets that way, but look at she's always shiny from fucking just being moist.
Why is she shiny?
I don't know.
That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. I don't know.
Look up some pictures. I'm not lying. Someone look it up and put a picture in the comments. It's for real.
Some fucking attention. Like I don't.
She always looks shiny. Yeah, she's sweaty. Always. Thank you.
Well, she's not sweaty. Her face runs through the clouds. It's just condensation. It's not. She's 2,000 feet tall. Just the clouds move through her face, and then she gets it like she gets rain clouds on the face.
Oh my God.
Or it rains and she's the first one to know, and it just evaporates
so
before it gets
funny.
you small people.
But look at this. Hold on. What did he just say?
He said, "Hi, background dog."
Only woman with the balls to run as a Republican in California.
No, that's not true. She got her balls removed.
Oh, she did?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know.
No, yeah. She's physically, not genetically, but physically a woman.
Nice.
Like 100%. You didn't see the Playboy?
No.
Sorry.
The fuck?
That's mean. This is funny. Get her a handkerchief. Just wipe your face, Gretchen. Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
I'm glad I'm out in Colorado. She'd have to take like 8 or 9 steps to get out here, so she ain't gonna do that.
I'm just waiting. Like, she's gonna catch word of this podcast, and next time we see her, she has someone wiping her face while she's talking.
It's just gonna be like him from the side.
Just black.
Thank you. Anyway, that's so funny.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Listen, man, they're trying to make DC a state. Did you hear that? You see that shit?
I did see that. Listen, again, everything's fucking political. The only reason they want to make DC a state is so the Democrats can get 2 more congressional seats. Maybe.
You hear the other side. The other side's good. The only reason they don't want DC to be a state is because they're fucking racist.
I would like 500,000 people or so to have congressional representation.
I don't see the problem. I don't. Why not? Hold on. Listen. I don't think this should be a state.
What?
I think you change. They're a city. Add them to a fucking state. There's like 4 states, isn't there? Like they could be part of a different state, right? Why does it be their own state?
What do you mean? No, they don't. They have no rights. They have no rights in any like. They're a District of Columbia.
I know what they are. You're not listening.
But no, you're not listening. They have no rights as any part of this country.
Yeah, I know.
Well, so you just want to merge them into another state?
Yes. Why not?
Why? Why do you care if there's 51 states?
Well, number one, I like even numbers. I'm not gonna lie.
Here it is. This is the real underlying thing. Why is it Puerto Rico a state? Because we don't want to add another star on the flag.
It's not about the number of stars, it's numbers in general.
Oh my God. Well, if Puerto Rico and DC, then it's 52, and there you go. You're happy.
No, I don't have a problem with DC being a state or anything. A city or a state. Add them to the country. Puerto Rico too. They should be.
You live in Ohio. You have no rights at all.
Did he say because of the flag?
Yeah. You live in Ohio. You know what? Let's annex Ohio to Canada, and we'll just have DC take its place.
We could do that. We could do that. I would avoid because I can't get into Canada without the enhanced ID now, whatever. So I'll just avoid going to Ohio. That's perfect. Yeah, I got to go the long way, guys. It's no problem.
Yeah, it's super funny. We've now we've seen the rotation of our American whatever. We were like, yeah, you can get into Canada, but you can't get back into the States because it's harder to get in the United States. But now Canada and Mexico are like, we don't want you guys. Like, you can't come into our countries anymore.
So here, so the Constitution thing, I think what it can't be is under control of a different state. That's why it's a federal district. It isn't. I don't think it says that it can't be its own state.
Yeah, right. That's why they really didn't want people to live there. Like they wanted DC to be a area where politicians would travel into, do their job and leave, and people decide to live there. The problem is those people are American citizens and they deserve to have representation.
Well, even the city itself, because they have a mayor and everything, but they don't have ultimate control. The Congress does.
Well, that's
they're under.
Yeah, I agree.
So the mayor can make a decision, and Congress goes, "Nah," and they can change it back.
Cool. No, we're not doing that.
Yeah. That was a really good idea. No.
I just wanted to say that to him so he would be happy. We're not going to do that.
Let's shake his hand. Shake his hand.
No, and what kind of bothers me, and I guess I really don't have any invested interest in one way or the other, but I think Puerto Rico should be a state. What's the point? What's the point of not being a state at this point?
Yeah.
I mean, why? Like, what I mean?
Yeah, why? Yeah, it's like, it's like 2021. Why are we fucking
territories? Who cares?
Territories. You're a territory of the United States?
Trade it. Are we trading it to someone? Like, at what point? Who are we trading it to? Cuba?
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly, Justin. That's what I was going to say. They can't even vote. Like, they have people that go to Congress to watch. They're like, hey, you guys can come check us out. You can't vote. No control.
China. No, Chris,
China.
We're already selling everything to China.
Fuck China.
Half of your toll roads and shit are owned by China. You just don't even know it.
Dude, that was crazy last night in the fight, though. When that Chinese girl come out, they booed the shit out of her when they were announcing her name. That crowd booed the shit out of her.
That was a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that they should boo the shit out of the Russian chick. What's her name?
Shevchenko?
Shevchenko.
Dude, she's the fucking
spy,
mean.
The ex-KGB spy. You know she was a fucking spy. That pistol with the 3 bullets on her hip for her kills. Shit. 2 of those were Kennedy.
Man, everyone coming into that fight was talking about how the only way that she was going to be able to win that fight is if Andrade just wrestled and out wrestled her. And then that girl beat the brakes off her on the ground. Like, no one thought it was going to happen. And she was mean about it. I was, oh, shit.
What? Oh, please tell me what this is about. Throwing
new moons.
Like Twilight New Moon? They're going to make a new Twilight series? No way.
Oh, no. Come on. Is he about? No.
You got the tattoo in the gulag. No, listen, going back to what we were talking about, and someone had mentioned I could scroll back up, but I'm super lazy.
Here, look, someone else is about Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico got screwed.
Yeah, no, Puerto Rico is screwed, period. Like, they rely on us for everything, and we give them nothing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But, the U.S. Virgin Islands, they were talking about, somebody had mentioned those as well. And, it's just all of them, all of our territories make states.
Yeah. There's people that don't know that we own territories,
right?
Like, they're not their own thing. Like, they can't do their own thing. They're under our control, but they don't get a say in anything that happens to them. It's like, why? It's fucking, are you serious? What?
First off, the earth is flat and everyone knows that. So nothing's orbiting anything. It just revolves around the earth. You're an extraterrestrial object, Justin.
But yeah, so the House voted to make DC a state, and so it's going to die in the Senate. But they tried.
Well, so it's going to die. So I hear you, and I know we talked about this a little bit before. What's the point? The point is, at least there's someone's talking about it, right? I think that's the point. Like, it's like saying, why am I washing my clothes? Because they're just going to get dirty again. You know, at least you're making an effort, and at least we're making an effort to try to get DC as a state. Yeah, you're right. It's going to get shot down because there's no way the Republicans aren't going to, they don't care enough about the people. They just care to control the Congress. And even if it's the Democrats who are saying,
I think the Democrats are the same, though. They just care for more power.
Again, that's what I was just going to say.
I don't think they're trying to do it. Some might be trying to do it to, give people a voice, but there is that element of they're getting extra seats in Congress and shit too. So,
first off,
who said Viking?
I don't even.
This guy's like 5'2". You cannot call him a Viking.
Bitch, 5'2.5". First off, and second off, I don't go downriver anymore. Hood rats live there. Sorry.
Ouch. Ouch.
And that, like, so if you're trying to, like, if everyone's doing it for the wrong reasons, at least the Democrats are doing it for the wrong reasons that will help people. The Republicans are doing it for the wrong reasons that won't help anybody. So what's, what I
Fair
mean?
point.
If you're going to argue that they're both doing it for the wrong reasons, and I'm definitely not saying that, the Democrats are like, they're the Jesus, they're saving people.
I feel like you have a pep talk to come on here and say that every day. You just
I know, I do. Like, no, but what I'm saying is, like, at least if it becomes a state, at least the people there will have some representation.
Yeah.
Voting,
because you could say, okay, they got people there. That's not the same thing. They get to watch. It's not representation.
You dummy. I'm already short. Also, I'm not a Viking.
Where's this Viking thing coming from?
Who are you? Also, that shirt is hot. I'm gonna get me one of those. I have no clue. No idea what's going on. Anyway, I just want to cross dress. Die on boats in battle, same thing. You guys are just on your own. Keep it going. Just keep it going.
Almost legally a midget.
Oh Lord!
It changed from Valhalla to Bahahaha.
I got that tattooed on me. Anyway, so let's talk about something else. Let's talk about Afghanistan. Let's talk about Afghanistan. Let's talk about dying in battle.
Let's talk about dying in battle.
Afghanistan.
He's starting to pull out. There's shit leaving.
Is it time?
Yeah, there's a thing. People got mad because he deployed troops to help facilitate getting out. And so people are like, oh, he deployed more troops. Come on.
You got to.
You know what it is. You know what it is. You know what's going on.
You're not moving more people into my house when I have you come over and help me move. No, you're not coming to live. You're just helping me move.
Listen, I'm not the biggest Biden fan, but this is something I'm behind 100%. Like, get our fucking people home. They don't need to be there anymore. I don't know why anybody has a problem with this one at all. I don't get it. What is happening? You guys are just you're on some other shit. I just want to read what's going on. The show is now in the comments, guys. I love this. I don't know what's happening. No, I agree. I don't think that you're going to get any argument here. And I think that the people who are going to argue about it, I don't know if they really understand what's going on. It's just time. Yeah.
It's just time. And I hate to say it. Like we talked about a little bit last week, and 10 years ago, 20 years ago, I would have said, I'll say 10 years ago, I would have said, man, it just feels like it's all for naught. If we pull out now, everything that we did over there is for nothing. But now we're 10 years later, we still have done nothing. It's just time to cut our losses.
Yeah.
It's time to walk away from the table,
I mean, it sounds shitty to say, but I'm getting to the point where I'm going to let these fucking countries burn themselves down. Like, why are we there anymore? They don't want us there. Let them just do what the fuck they want to do. They're not attacking us from Afghanistan. There's not a plane coming. There's not a bomb coming. Fuck them.
Fuck them. Yeah.
Fuck them. Let them kill each other. Let them kill each other all day. Who cares? Fuck them. It's not our job anymore, guys.
Well, so I mean that kind of leads into this. We're talking about you're talking about Biden and his decisions, and you said you're not a big Biden fan, but I read some polls today, and they were talking about his his approval ratings and yada yada yada, and they're not as high as Bush's was, when he was in office, because they're talking about whatever, because they're not trying to talk Trump or Obama.
Yeah.
Yikes, man, you are just begging to get banned again.
So just woke Biden up. Josh Walton's talking about you again, Joe.
Call Zuck. Get him off that stupid shit.
30 days.
No, but they're saying that his generally speaking across the board, they're saying that people are approving of his first 100 days. His first 100 days just passed. They say that they're saying that he's doing a pretty good job with the virus and with with the war effort and with the economy and things like that. And I gotta wonder, I remember this was what really stuck out was that they were talking about how you would like to see the government or at least the presidency in politics for the next couple of 3 years, and and it was a majority was stable. Like that was how the word they would want to describe our government for the next 4
Well,
years.
that's what we got. Okay, so we have stable,
Yeah.
but we have frozen. I think it's more the word than stable. Like I just,
What do you mean?
man, this is so much shit going on that it doesn't seem like anyone cares about. Like the border. We'll talk about the border another week. I cannot dig into that tonight. Don't have enough time for that. But the border, you know, there's shit going on with Russia and Ukraine again. There's a lot of shit going on in the world, and no one knows what's happening coming out of Washington. Like there's not enough communication now. Trump was too much. Biden is not nearly enough.
Well, again, you know, I'm kind of to beat a dead horse. In my metaphor for the whole thing is a pendulum, right? And you know, if we would have had Bernie in office or even Warren, who's not quite as crazy. Crazy is the wrong word. Not quite as extreme. Or heaven forbid, someone like Howie or a Green Party independent, somebody like that. The pendulum would swing so far in the other direction that when the next president came in, it would have been like a dictator. It would have just been the extreme other direction. So maybe Biden was good for these 4 years just to slow the pendulum a little bit, and then maybe next one we'll get a Reagan, or we'll get a Bush,
maybe,
somebody who we might not agree with, but he's not a Donald Trump. He's not, crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like off the chains, so far. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So maybe Biden isn't our Prince Charming, but at least he's all reliable. Like you kind of know what you're getting. He's not going to sit on the toilet and tweet out how somebody's a fucking asshole. It's like
he's not surprising anybody. So
no, which is fine. It's fine with me.
Yeah,
I'm done. I'm tired of surprises. I'm tired of it. Please, God, no more surprises.
No, but yeah, so he did start, stuff starting to come home from Afghanistan. So it's like, I don't know, I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
And I'm, you got shot over there. I know a lot of people that were over there. It's like, it's about time, man. It's been a long fucking time since we started that shit.
What do you mean? Are you saying a fucking rock or the fucking
rock? The rock. Oh yeah. Let's dude, I want Caitlyn Jenner to run against the Rock 2024.
Jesus Christ, this is idiocracy all over again. Fucking whatever the fuck, Jose Mountain Dew Chavez.
I think the Rock could win too.
I'm moving to Canada.
It's a fucking popularity contest. So
it could have been, but by all means, there's no way that Trump is less popular than Biden. Oh, are you saying that the election was rigged?
No, I'm not saying that. I am not saying that. I would say on that point, every fucking election there's cheating and fraud. So it's part of the game.
Yeah, that's a fantastic movie. But yeah, no, I don't know what you mean by The Rock would be better than Biden.
As president?
Yeah.
Well, listen, if I can listen to a phone call where he's telling Putin to smell what The Rock is cooking, then I'm all in. Like, I'm all fucking in.
If he delivers,
like, you better back the fuck out of Ukraine, get out of Crimea. If you smell what The Rock is cooking,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, if he delivers the people's elbow all the way to Putin's face, then I'm in. Then I'm in. Sure.
Putin takes his shirt off, and fucking The Rock takes his shirt off. They just go at it at the W8, whatever the fuck it is.
Gross nipples slapping against each other. I don't know why I went there.
It's terrible. I don't know why.
Putin has weird nipples. Look it up.
Why is that the first thing you went to? That's so fucking weird.
Have you ever seen Putin without a shirt on? I mean, how could you not have, right? Because he never wears a shirt. Look at his boobs. It's weird. He's got weird boobs. Sorry. Don't kill me, Putin.
I don't want to die.
That would be pretty funny. But again, funny doesn't run a country. So Josh, it'd be funny, but like I said, anyway. So, hey, what do you think? Let's. I mean, we're kind of getting towards the end here, but I would like to touch on the, for lack of better words, like the genocide that Biden had talked about, that finally addressed after what years? You know, how do you feel? Do you feel any certain way? I don't know if I feel any way about that. I mean, yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
This
So,
was a full 60 years before I was even born. You
know, Trump was fucked up in a lot of ways, but you know, some things that Trump did, like, you know, moving the embassy in Jerusalem or to in Israel, he moved the embassy. You know, he would fucking call people on their bullshit, world leaders, whatever, and everyone's been afraid to piss these people off, and they haven't said that, hey, dude, 1.5 million people died, and the government hasn't been willing to say it was a genocide. Like, and now Biden has, so people should respect that at least. I think I respect the shit out of that. Like, hey, listen, you guys fucked up. It was a long time ago. Nobody's saying anything, but hey, a long time ago, y'all fucked up. So I'm okay with it, 100%.
yeah. Again, it doesn't affect me like in any way, of course. Like, how could it, right? But yeah, you do have to respect the game. You know,
yeah.
Like, listen, this.
Well, they don't want Turkey to be upset, so you know they didn't want to piss that guy off. Not even Trump wouldn't even do it either. So, but yeah, dude, like 2.5 million people got deported and 1.5 million people died. So it was definitely a genocide.
Oof.
What is he?
President Whitmer. That's not. It's Whitmore, but Whitmer would be fantastic.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
President Well, she was almost Vice President Whitmer. He reached out to her originally. Remember that? Do you remember?
Yeah, I know, but
and she turned him down.
I don't think she turned him down.
I don't think she could hear him.
What?
He was yelling up at her, and she,
hey!
You guys hear anything? Wipe your face, Mr. Governor. I know.
There we go.
Yeah, are we talking about Independence Day? Because
I think so.
I get jacked up on that fucking speech, man. That makes me
oh man,
listen,
what a terrible actor to give it, but that speech was awesome. Speech.
Oh, you shut your whore mouth. I'd vote for that man right now.
Oh my god, it's widely known as one of the cheesiest fucking scenes ever in the movie. Was that fucking speech?
We will not go quietly into the night. I'm like,
I know you get teary eyed and shit. I know. I see it.
The fuck out. I'm punching holes through the wall, fucking Kyle style and shit. Like, oh hey, did you hear about the fight of the Joshes?
The Josh Swains. Oh my god, that's the coolest
Josh
fucking
fights, dude. It was video, or it was I think they maybe tomorrow they're gonna do.
No, they did it already. They did it.
Well, I'm saying like they're gonna do like a movie kind of. Like,
oh really?
Of it, yeah. Like the Josh fights. What a world to live in.
That was cool. I saw it like a week ago, and it was like a bunch of Josh Swain is what it said in the messages, and it like gave coordinates and said we're gonna settle this once and for all, and it actually did it. And dude, that's like fucking awesome.
Hundreds of Joshes showed up from all over the country.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Like the first thing, I was like the Highlander. Like they're all gonna kill each other.
There can be only one Josh. They're hunting Walton down right now.
Guys, he's back on Facebook. We know where he's at.
We know he's alive. We're gonna get him, dude. That's absolutely insane, man. I mean, last week everyone dumped every dime they had into a meme fucking cryptocurrency, and then there was a war of Joshes. What is going on in this world right now?
God, I saw some of the videos, and it was the coolest fucking thing, man. It's a bunch of guys with pool noodles just hitting the shit out of each other. I know. Yes. I was like, this is the coolest fucking thing. Like, I just saw it. Like, I told Katie, I'm like, oh, all these Josh Swains are going to get in a fight. This is the coolest thing ever. Then it happened immediately. I was like, oh, my God, that's fucking awesome. Dude,
I am telling you, it was absolute insanity. Like, I'm so happy to be alive right now. Please, Putin, don't bomb me. I'm sorry.
I was saying we need another.
Just kidding.
We need another miracle on ice. I think the Josh Swain fight might be our miracle on ice. That one might be in history.
30 years from now, it'll just be 2 documentaries that's like the Area 51 raid and then the Josh fights. That's going to be it. That's going to be it. Oh, my God, Josh Larkin.
It's what brings the world back together.
Who'd want to be a Josh?
Yep, a 4-year-old won. They gave it to a 4-year-old.
Good for
That's
them.
awesome.
That's good Joshes. Good Joshings. Oh, yeah, that's wild.
There was another one floating around, man. I think it was a Padres game. There was a foul ball, and this girl in the upper deck caught it in her cup. Like it landed in her beer, and then she got up and fucking slammed the beer. I was like, yes! I showed it to my kids.
Yes.
I was like, this is the coolest thing ever.
That's amazing. That's absolutely – no, I didn't see that one. That's fantastic. Good for her. Oh, well, I don't know, man. I think that kind of covers everything I want to talk about tonight. What else you got? You got anything?
No, man, that's pretty much it. Oh, the vaccine's back. Johnson & Johnson.
Oh, yeah, everyone's dying.
Yeah.
Well, clotting. Not really dying, just clotting.
That one's a weird one, man, because people are getting fucked up from that, and they're like, no, yeah, it's fine. And now it's illegal to have it back now.
Well, I don't know if they're saying it's fine. They didn't hide it. That was, you got to appreciate that there was no cover up. It wasn't like, oh no, those people are crazy. No.
Yeah, but they just approved it again. Now it's back in. They can use it again.
I think. Well, did they fix the formula? Is it like Coke Zero now? Did they fix it?
I don't think so. I think they just looked at it and said, we're good.
I don't see the clots in here.
It's clear.
It's clear. What are you guys talking about? It's clear.
Well, listen, God came out first and said, don't take the Johnson & Johnson vaccine because it's like aborted baby, something or other. So we weren't supposed to have it because
it was like a blended baby cocktail.
Yeah, it was like the moral choice was to not take Johnson & Johnson. And then that's the one that's giving people fucking brain clots and shit, or blood clots in the brain. And that's the one everybody wanted. Like when we started talking about taking it, we're like, definitely wanted. Johnson & Johnson. And everyone's like, no, fuck that. Nope.
Well, I mean, let's just be honest. The only reason we wanted it because we're all fucking lazy. We just didn't want to go and get a second shot. Like,
yeah,
that's the only
exactly.
We're like, no shit about anything. It's not like,
listen. They're saying Pfizer's 94%. They're saying Johnson & Johnson's like 60%, but it's only one shot. Oh God,
that's what I'm going with. Yeah. That's what makes you grow dicks out of your head. Yeah, but it's only one shot.
Yeah, it's only one shot. We're cool.
I mean, duh. Don't be stupid. Everyone needs more dicks. You put my hat on it or something. I don't know. The idea that Johnson & Johnson. I mean, the Johnson & Johnson was the one shot. That was what was the driving force, right? But
yeah.
It was like what, 6? Was it 6 people? How many? Do you remember how many it was? Because I think I'm trying to run a percentage.
I think like 3 people in the U.S. died, and there's been other cases around the world. But people died.
Did they die?
Yeah.
Well, all right.
So it may cause dick fingers.
As I'm rubbing them on my face. Yeah,
exactly.
Johnson thing, by the way.
Nice. But people died, so they took it off the market for a week or whatever, and then like, no, it's fine, and they put it back. I don't know, man. For me, that should have just been gone. Like we don't need it. So let's move on. And no, they put it back in the market. So,
Johnson & Johnson, the family company. I think I'd rather have a dick on the back of my head instead of a ponytail.
Yeah, I think so too.
Or a ponytail made of dicks.
Nah, braided.
There's a bunch of braided dicks hanging off the back of your head. I had to get a snapback hat so I could let it hang out. No, back to the Viking thing. I could have it braided in.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Back to
you got to get one that settles right.
Yeah, right balls holla.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, I think I think Johnson & Johnson. I think they probably fixed whatever they were going to. They were going to fix. I mean, if it was 6 people total that got sick, even if someone passed away, which again, I'm not trying to shed light on someone dying, but it's helping way more people than it's hurting. So I guess at this point,
look at Justin. No, don't give it to us. Give it to fucking China. We don't need that shit.
Wow, you fucking racist.
Jesus Christ. He's like, give it to
Wow.
France. Fuck the French people. What a dick.
I never
my
would have
God.
thought that of you, Justin. You absolute racist.
Wow.
Yikes.
Oh, man.
Oh, shit.
Whew, we're going to get fucking booted.
Yeah, okay, that wasn't us. We in no way endorsed.
No, we don't. Yeah, there's a,
killing
there's a
everyone but
disclaimer.
Americans.
There's a disclaimer. Yeah. We're-
Yeah,
Allegedly, somebody said, send it to
Allegedly.
France.
allegedly. Allegedly, someone said kill everyone but the United States. Yikes.
All right. Well, let's end on Justin the racist.
Oh, just the white people overseas.
Okay.
And you called me a raxist. What's a raxist?
I think it
Is that like someone who builds racks?
cis.
It was all me. It probably was all you, Josh. No. Anyway, well, guys,
Yeah.
thank you for putting up with us again. Blame Walt
Hey.
all the time. Walt, quit saying stupid shit.
Pretty much. It's pretty easy there.
Pretty-
Well, calm down, sir.
Easy. Yeah, it's real super easy. Not get banned all the time.
Listen, I'm a dick to people, and I don't get
True.
banned. It's just you just
True.
don't say the fucking. There's key words that you don't say.
Yeah, there's a handful.
There's
Of
like 7 things.
I think there's a book.
Yeah.
7 pages long. You just read it. Just don't read it out loud.
It's like one big word on each page.
Too many butthurt people. Yeah, well, we appreciate your choice of Facebooks.
All right, I'm out of here. You guys have a good night.
Yeah, hey guys, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. Thanks for all the comments. You guys are fantastic. Like, for real though. Watch Officer wasn't a fan.